Hey there, YouTube land. Big Dave here. So I thought I would make a quick video because I've been getting some different messages and people want to checking in on me, see what's going on. And I haven't been real active. This summer was a little bit too hot and humid for me for a while, so I wasn't out doing a lot of fishing and stuff. It was just not that great for me. But now it's fall, everything's great, and I have my GoPro I've been practicing with. I can't say I'm good at it, but I've been, getting some practice in. So hopefully I'll have it on the kayak or just take it out into the creeks and see what happens, see what we come up with. I did take it the other day. I caught a few bass. The problem was the GoPro, I didn't realize it. Something must have happened. It stayed on and it ran down to like 5%. So while I did catch a decent bass and two other bass that were small, we had GoPro fail, but I've been practicing with this because it takes a little getting used to figure out what's happening, I noticed when I first got it, stuff's moving all around. It's still moving all around, so we'll just see. But anyhow, so I went to my favorite fly shop, which is, by the way, this is a cool fly. Look at the color on that thing. It's amazing, right? I got the backlit. It's backlit over here. I mean, somebody's got to come and take this fly, don't you think? You know how I buy flies? This is it. I know the names of some flies, but most of them, I don't know the names of them. I just kind of look at what they look like and see what kind of fuzz they have. And if I think it's going to work out, then that's my gut reaction. That's how I buy my flies. This is kind of a woolly bugger thing. And it's interesting, though, because it has this fantail. So we'll just see what happens here. I've been missing some strange fish lately. I want to say, I think they're gizzard shad. They're pretty big, though. And I did have a good catfish about a week ago. That was on some bait, but I didn't have any cameras or anything. I was just out putting some bait out, and I wanted to test it out. So I brought some frozen seafood mix with me. You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm going to be off camera for just a second. All right, forget it. It's missing. It must have got buried in there. Sometimes I go and I usually just ask my wife to pick me up a bag of this frozen seafood. It's not super expensive. It's not cheap either, but it's got all kinds of frozen fresh squid in it and little shrimp, and it's like something you would mix into something that you were making, maybe like a soup or but it's all fresh. It's not cooked. And I'll just break off a piece of that with pliers, and then I rinse it in a little bit of warm water, take it in a plastic container, and I use it for bait. And I find the squid pieces, they work really well in the fresh water for catching certain things. It's just how it is. But I've used a lot of other things too, I'm trying to think what else I had at one time. I had those shrimp pieces, and I used to cut them in half, and then I would cut them longwise too and make strips out of them. So they were a good bait also. But I think this has more squid in it, and it seems to be more effective with certain freshwater fish. But like I said, I didn't fish too much over the summer. I kind of, what I was doing, one thing I did was I was sketching out some birds and some scenery from outside. So here's a couple sketches that I did. I do these in ink. You know, that's why I kind of call my channel Fishing and Outdoors, because it's not just fishing, it's other stuff too, you know. This was a red-tailed hawk. I mean, it looks kind of like a Darth Vader thing, but I'm not an artist, you know. I just kind of do the best I can getting, these are some other interesting things. Some of these were from photos that I took out and about in the different parks. And this is another set that I did. Some of these are on rollerball and some of them are on fountain pen. But I've been sketching for a while. I'm just not any great artist, you know. I just mess around with it. And these books, I get them. I didn't make this one, sorry. But some of these I make. I just go buy this piece of leather. And then I put the ties or the elastic in them. Sometimes I use leather strip ties and it holds it together. And it's real durable. You can take it with you. And you can change the books inside. It's just a standard travel notebook size. Anyway, so we'll go back to the fly box here. This is kind of cool here too. This little guy with these wings on it. Let's take this out and see. I like this. This is kind of, there we are. It's got I just know this is going to catch fish. You know, it's interesting. It has the right look for where I fish. I just know it. And these other ones, I like this too. Haven't tried these, but this is another one. I like this. Has a little feather on it. And again, it's gonna kind of look like maybe like a little minnow or something like that. And it's gonna get a taker, I just know it, you know. And now they're gonna put the trout out. And there's some bigger trout around. I like this one too. It just has, with this white stuff, has something about it. And I like that little extra tail in the back. However long it lasts before it gets messed up. Because it might get messed up. And then these big streamers, when I saw these, I says, oh yeah, I gotta have these. Look at that. That's a great streamer. And it's got the foil on it, which I think is, in some of the water where I go, it's murky and kind of not that great. So I think having that extra flash will be something to think about. So I'm going to be looking forward to working with them. Seeing if there's anything else in here. Nothing, most of these I duplicated. So the ones I showed you, and then there's this one here. I'm not going to fight with it to take it out right now, but it's got the stripes on it, the red and white stripes. So put this guy back before the cat steals it, you know. And this box, wow. I have about 4 fly boxes. No, I think I broke one. I have 3 now, I think. And this fly box, I think I got it in 1972. When I was in the Boy Scouts. And we used to go up to this lake. And I didn't know anything about fly fishing. So what I used to do was I bought some flies, tied them on a line and put a bobber on, and I threw it out and used to drag it around, and I would catch fish on it, and it worked. So that was my idea of fly fishing back then, you know. I should make a video of me making this video. It would be more successful than on my other adventures so far. I just charged this, and I find that if you leave it sit too long, it goes down. Let's turn it on. Some of you are probably laughing at this going, the dude doesn't know how to work a GoPro. Well, I don't. So it says connect to the app. I don't want to connect to the app. I wanted to see what the power was now. Skip setup. 94%. So I charged it 2 days ago because I had plans of going out tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow's Friday. And I was going to try to get some footage and see if I can catch a fish while I'm using this GoPro and not just... there it is. It's powering off, right? But maybe tomorrow I'll take it out and see what happens. See if anything shows up. Maybe there'll be a bass. I don't know. And Saturday it's supposed to rain a lot, really hard. So I'm gonna make another video too about I'm doing some of my outdoor things, my photography, and watch out, Velcro coming, Velcro incoming. So I think since 1986 or so, I've only been using Nikons for stuff, but I finally got, because the price came down on these around here, so I picked up a Sony and 2 lenses to try out. This is a 20 millimeter, and I just heard so many great things about this lens. So they had one available when I went there. So I said, all right, well, I'm going to, spring the change and get one. Well, what I did was I just got the 2. We'll talk about this in another video, but the 2 was at a pretty good price. I know a lot of people use the 3 and all that stuff. But for what I'm going to do with it, I go out and I'll be out for an hour or 2 on a hike or somewhere else, getting some footage or taking some still pictures that later are going to turn into a drawing or whatever. And I usually I'll take a Nikon with me, but sometimes I use the phone most of the time. But I decided I'm going to try this. My son has Sonys. He's got all 3s and 4s and all that stuff. But I just wanted to get the 2. It weighs less. It's small. You could just whatever, and it was good enough. It's 24 megapixels. It's fine, full frame. It'll be more than adequate for what I'm messing around with. And then I decided to spend the money I saved on the body just to get the extra lens. So I got the 85 1.8. That's what I like. I like the 1.8. They're not as big as the 1.4s. That goes with the Nikons too. I like the 1.8s. They're not too big, and you can carry them around, and also they're less expensive. So if you do have a big crash or tragedy, although this one is about $800, this 20 millimeter. I mean, I don't know exactly how much it was. But it's about $800 for that lens, which is a piece of change. And I'll be testing it out, and I'll probably put up another video and talk about this. But there's other videos online already of this equipment because I watched them. There was a bunch of videos on this 20 millimeter. It's almost like a cult classic already. So my video will be insignificant. But I don't worry about that stuff. If I want to put up a video, I'll just put up a video about it. Okay, listen. So there it is, 14 minutes of me talking about stuff. And I appreciate so much that you guys are following along and subscribing. And hopefully this GoPro thing will work out. And I'll actually get some footage of me catching fish. Because it hasn't been that successful. I got pictures of me walking around. The camera moves all around a lot. Makes me dizzy watching it. So why would you want to watch it? All right. Have a good day. Back to the coffee. Bye-bye.